for this. I'll record and upload. You can watch it later. Okay, cross check the answer. Next question, GST question. So GST, I've told you all to write, show GST and mark price of articles. Mark price and even total value students. Even you all should have shown the total value. Did you all even calculate total value? All of you all? Now mostly GST get these type of question. Next when you revise, later night when you revise, just practice 1 or 2 questions related to this. So what is given? There are 3 items given, dry fruits. So you have to start like this. For dry fruits. What's the quantity given? How many kgs? Quantity is equal just 1 kg. So mark price will not change. Mark price will be 1200. So discount is 100. What is the mark price after discount? After discount, what is 1200 minus 100 students? 1100. It's not given in percentage rupees. Then GST. So you have to write cost mark price of article. Okay. Calculate GST separately. GST amount is equals to, after removing the discount you have to calculate. Remember this. Don't calculate 1200. After removing the discount, 1100 into 12%. So what's the GST amount? How much is 11 into 12 students? What did you all get? Very good. 132 rupees. 132. And what's the total amount here? Total cost price? 1230. Whatever they ask, just ignore that. Your calculation should be done like this. Is it clear? All of you understood? This is how you'll have to do it, students. Whether they ask us GST, total value, later you can calculate that. First, write this general equation like this. Next, B, for wheat. For wheat, what's the quantity given? This time the quantity is 5 kgs. What's the mark price, students? What did you do? How much is each kg? 286 into, all of your 286 into 5. This is how you have to calculate. They didn't mention here. They didn't mention in detail, but this is the meaning. For 1 kg, it is 1200. For 5 kgs, okay, you have to calculate. Mark price per kg. All these are kg values. So 5 6 are 6 5 are 30. 8 5 are 43. What's the answer you got? 2 5 are 10, 14. Is it 1430 or 286? What did you all take? All of you took 1430, multiplied it on this. Discount is not given. GST. What is GST amount? Calculate separately. 1430 into 10%. 2 zeros gets cancelled. What's the value? 143. Then what is the total cost price? Response, students. 1430 into plus 143. If you add, you get 7,573. Biscuit, there is no kg given. It is one single quantity for biscuits. So there is no quantity. Quantity you have to take it as one quantity. Mark price is equals to 500. Discount is equals to 10%. So discount, right? Mark price after discount. Mark price after discount is 10%. So the only difference is number of quantity will increase or decrease. Based on that, you'll have to calculate. So mark price after discount is equals to, mark price is 500 minus 500 into 10%. That is 50. 500 minus 50, what's the value? 450. And the GST is 5%. GST is equals to 450 into 5%. 10 and 10 gets cancelled. What's the answer? Is it 22.5? The answer was 22.5, students. So total cost price is equals to 450 plus 22, 472.5. Did we find all the values? All this? Okay, this is how we have to solve. Then see, they have asked us to find GST and mark price. So if you're not sure enough, GST or mark price, write all the values. 3 marks question, 4 marks question. For this, you'll get 3 and 1 mark to write the total. You can write total GST. Any bill, this is how you solve, student. Take total GST 132, 143, 22.5. 132, 143, 22.5. Total mark price or total cost price is equals. Take all the cost price. 1232 plus 1573 plus 472.5. Just quickly go through. Be quick. I'll do the next one. Any doubt, students? Understood how to calculate GST concept? The only difference is quantity will be given. Quantity they'll change. Discount, sometimes they keep discount, sometimes they'll erase it. I mean, they won't give it nil. Okay, so be aware of this quantity. If quantity is 5 kgs, multiply 286 into 5. If you haven't done that, do it later. Next, when you after adding, you get 132, 143, 22.5. 4 plus 3, 7. 7, 9. 297, 297.5. And total cost price 1232, 1573, 472.5. 0.5 again 3, 5, 7. 7, 14, 17. Right? 5 plus 5, 10, 12. 3277.5 is the total mark price or total cost price. Okay, next question. Seventh main, all of you attempted seventh main. How many of you didn't attempt, students? Seventh. Respond. How many of you didn't attempt seventh? Not seven. Sorry, fifth question. Fifth main. In that distance, and I wanted you all to try this question, distance question. I already explained last week, not last week, 2 or 3 days back. What problem question, students? What problem? What's the formula? Okay, tell me. I'll explain. What's the formula? Distance is equals to speed into time. This is the base formula. Next, most of the question they'll ask you to find the distance. So the ultimate question is T1 minus T2 is equals to a specific time will be mentioned. Read in the last third or fourth line. Where's the specific time given? If it takes, what is given? 3 hours to complete. This is that last specific time I'm talking about. If it takes 3 hours to complete the total journey. Oh, first line. Let us read from the first line. A car travels a distance of how much? Distance is equals to 72 at an average speed. What is speed given? Average speed of x kilometer per hour. If distance and speed is given, time. What is time formula from this? Distance divided by speed. Right? Distance by speed. So for the first distance is time is calculated. Look here. For the first one, time is calculated. Even those who don't know, just follow this logic, students. Do the simple logic. First, write the formula. Distance is speed by time. Read the question. Take the first distance second. Next, is the distance changed or remains the same? All of you respond. Then, and then he travels a distance of how much? 81. It is changed. In some question, it will remain same. You have to take 72. Here it is changed at an average speed of what? 6 kilometers more than its original speed, more or less. 6 kilometer more. So actual speed was x. If it is 6 kilometer more, x plus 6. The time is equals to 81 divided by x plus 6. Till here is it clear? All of you understood how to write the statement? So that is that, students. This is that till this part. The most important is the important part is next one. If it takes 3 hours, a car takes 3 hours to complete the total journey, then form a quadratic equation. Fine. If it takes 3 hours to complete the total journey. Okay, no, here there is a mistake. If it takes okay, this part I given it from specimen paper. What is given here, students? Even here it matters. If it takes 3 hours to complete the total journey, or the difference is given. If it takes 3 hours, the journey is given, right? What are the two journeys done? First one is 72 kilometer and second one is 81. So remember, if total journey is mentioned, you're not supposed to minus, you're supposed to add it. Supposed to add. So we did minus question. When do we use minus question? Okay. Look here, we use minus for this one. Minus. Look, same question. A man covers 100 kilometers. So first one is 100. Traveling at the speed of x. X. As soon as you find that, time is equals to 100 by x. That is done. At the speed being increased more. So distance is not mentioned. Therefore, distance you have to take it same, students. If it is not mentioned. Speed is equals to x by 5. So time is equals to 100. Now the formula is T1. It would have taken 1 hour less. What is given here? Total time or 1 hour less value is given? Less value. Remember, whenever it is less or more, students, less or more, take it as minus. T1 and T2 is equals to 1 hour is mentioned 1. Take it as 1. No problem. If you have done it wrong, no problem. I should have taught you last time. So in the previous question, it is given total time taken. Total time. So for total time, it is not minus, it is addition. So the question which I set in the question paper, you should have added T1 and T2. Okay, fine. Next. This T1, we should always take whichever has less speed. Less speed. And T2 is more speed. More speed. Tell me, read these two statements and tell me which one is more speed and less speed. The first one is x and the second one is x plus 5. Which is greater in this? X plus 5 is greater. So that you are supposed to write second. First you have to take x value, that is 100 divided by x minus x plus 5 is more, students, more speed. 100 divided by x plus 5. See, that is what I have written here, is equals to 1. You have to solve this equation. It's a bit lengthy. Cross multiply, use quadratic equation for time and speed. Okay. So it should have been mentioned, it takes 1 hour less, 1 hour more. For 1 hour less or more concept, subtract it. Subtract. Fine. But here the question was totally different. The question was, if it had taken 3 hours to complete the total journey, whether it is distance 1 or distance 2, for total journey it had taken 3 hours. So you're supposed to add both, students. Add both. If you write this statement, this is how many marks? 3 marks question. If you write this statement, you'll get 1 mark for both. Then to substitute and solve, you'll get 2 marks. T1 and T2. T1 is 72 by x plus. Here it doesn't matter whichever speed is greater or lesser, because we are going to add it. You can write, you are going to add it. 81 by x plus 6 is equals to 3. So 79 and 81, 9 is common. 9 is common in the numerator. 9 8s are 72, 9 9s are. This will go to the other side, is equals to 3 into x square plus 6x. Okay, then you have, if you open the bracket, 8x plus 8 6 are 48 plus 9x, students. 9x. Then right hand side there is 9 and 3. Look here, 9 is equals to 3. Only the numbers are there. You can reduce it. How many 3 ones are? How many times it goes? 3 threes are. When you open the bracket, 3 8s are 24x plus 3 8s are 24. 3 4s are 12, 13 and 14. 9 threes are 27x is equals to x square plus 6x. Shift all this to the right hand side. X square plus 6x plus these two, if you add. If you add, you get 51. If it goes to the other side, minus 51x plus minus 144, students. Minus 144 is equal to 0. X square minus 6, you get 45x. Minus 144 is equals to 0. Is this clear? All of you understood the calculation part? Do it later, students. Do it later. I'm anyways recording. You can go through the recording later and solve it. Okay. So the format will be the same. The format is going to be the same. Only difference is this. See, this is same. This is same for any question. This one. If total is given, add it. If there is less or more concept, subtract. Next. 144. If you factorize 144, 1 into 144, first try using factorization method. If you're not getting the answer, use formula method. 2 into 72. Then how many times 3 goes? Can I use 48 and 3 to get 45? X square minus just 3x and minus 48x. Because 48 is greater, so that you get minus 40. 144 is 0. Remember, in word problem, definitely you can use factorized theorem. That is how they have set the paper in word problem. So you take 3 common, sorry, x common, x plus 3 and minus 48 into 3. You get the answer. 48 common, x plus 3. So what's the answer, students? X plus 3 into x minus 48 is equals to 0. If you do it separately, x plus 3 is equals to 0, x minus 48 is equals to 0. Therefore, what is x value? X is minus 3 and x is equals to 48. Which one you think is greater? Sorry, negative. Negative you ignore. What is the value? 40. Now go back to this question. What is that 48? What is that x value? What is the x value? Look at the question. Which one we have taken it as x? Speed. Yes. Therefore, if they ask us to find speed, what is speed value? Speed is equal to 40. And what was the time taken? 72 by 40, right? 40. And if kilometer is given, kilometers per hour. If you convert into hours, kilometer per hour, we'll get. Next. They'll ask what is this second time, what was the speed? How much it was increased? 48 plus 50. Then 81 divided by, what's the value? 50. So if you reduce this, you'll get time 2, students. Time 2. What they've asked us to find. Find its original average speed. So what's the original average speed? X value is 48. That's it. If they ask anything, you can solve all the values. You can solve the time taken. Here they've asked original average speed. So next time they would ask change. What's the change in average speed? What's the change? So that time you can write 54. From 48 it is increased. Okay, I'll read it out again. The original speed was 48. Then distance, they have to cover distance more. So the average speed was more than its original speed. Average speed was increased. From 48 it was shifted. It was increased to 54. Okay. Then if they ask time, time 2 you can complete it. See, this is how we calculate. Now just for example, I'll take time 1 for the first speed 72 by 48. 6 8s are 48, 6 12s are 72, 4 2s are 4 3s are 3 by 2. If you convert into mixed fraction, what do you get, students? 1 1 by 2. So if you want to convert into minutes, 1 1 by 2, what you do, keep 1 hour. This hour multiply into 60, you get in minutes 30. 1 hour 30 minutes. So what's the time taken? If you travel in the first speed, 1 hour 30 minutes. Is this clear? 1 hour 30 minutes. Now, just because he increased the speed, or even if you increase the speed, we'll calculate T2 here, time 2. So for time 2, 81 divided by 54, 9 6 are, 9 9s are. Okay, the time is same. Time both together, T1 and T2. Time is same, students. Time. Okay, here nowhere it's mentioned. The time is increased, decreased, nowhere. What's the total journey? How long did the total journey happen? Total journey had happened for 3 hours, right? Total journey was 3 hours. So time for the first journey 1 hour 30 minutes. Even here you convert it. Look, 3 by 2. If you calculate 3 by 2, 1 by 2. Same 1 hour 30 minutes. So 1 hour 30 minutes plus 1 hour 30 minutes. We are getting the total value 3 hours. See, don't ignore. Don't think you'll go. Anyways, you're going to skip this question. Don't ignore like that. What if you get it in some easy along with some easy questions? See, this is the total answer. Okay, next question. Matrix. See, matrix here you have got confused. Is the product AC possible? What do you mean by product, students? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Product meaning is multiplication. Remember, whenever they ask such question, if they give any two value possible, the concept is R and C. You have to multiply number of, what is RC meaning? Number of row should be equal to what? Number of, what is C stand? Number of column. Sorry, CR. I told initially when I taught you first time, I told you to remember footballer name Cristiano Ronaldo, CR. See, that is how even I remember. C should be equal to R. Number of column. Number of column. Write the statement like this. Answer A. Write answer A. Number of column should be equal to number of rows. So they have asked AC. Take A. A is equals to minus 1, 2 and 3 comma 0 is equal to C value is 1 comma minus 4. Now in A, what is the number of rows and columns, students? For A, how many rows does it have? 2 into 2. So what kind of matrix is A? 2 into 2. And number 1 into, how many columns are there? Columns are always flat like this column. And row will be written like this. It has only one column, right? 1 into 2. Number of columns should be equal to number of rows, students. Can you see number of columns in the first one? Is it equal to number of rows in the second one? Column should be equal to number of rows. So when you multiply first row, first column, students, minus 1, sorry, first column. Yeah, first column and first row. This should be equal. Sorry, first column and first row should be equal. Is it possible to multiply them? Response, students. Is it possible if can I multiply this? These two? Minus 1 into 1, and for 3, does it have any pair here? For 3? No, you can't multiply that. So therefore A and C are not possible. You can't multiply A and C, students. The products are not possible. So I'll tell you how to write the statement. Here it is column, row 1. I made a mistake. Actually, this is possible. Row is what? Horizontal or vertical line? Whatever they write it in. Row is always horizontal. And what about column? Vertical. Column is vertical, students. Sorry, I made a mistake. Row is horizontal, column is vertical. Here, how many rows does it have? How many rows it has? 2 rows. 2 into how many columns does it have? 2 columns. So you're supposed to write row first, column first. See, this is row and this is column. R into C is equal to. On the second one, how many rows does it have? 1. Into how many columns? 2 row into column. So from according to this statement, student, this statement, according to this statement, row should be equal to column. Are they equal? Is row equal to column? No. Therefore, it is not possible. This is how you have to justify the answer. You don't have to write this. You can just mention number of column of A is equal to number of rows of B. So the matrix is 2 into 2. Okay, here it is 1 into 2. 1 into 2. Now, the number of column of A, number of column is equals to 2 and your number of row is equals to 1. So column and row they're not equal, students, they're not equal. Therefore, it is not possible. Okay, you can't multiply. This is the answer. You don't have to write, you don't have to show them the calculation. I'll just explain. This is A, this is C. If you want to multiply, we take the formula is R1 C1, first row and first column. Minus 1 into 1 is fine. But for 3 values missing, students, there is no value given here. For 3, there is no value. So therefore, you can't multiply it. This is the actual logic. Therefore, you can't multiply it. This is known as competency question. They'll ask you whether it is possible. This is how you have to solve. So remember CR. Take down this statement and this is how you're supposed to write. Number of column, number of rows. 2 is not equal to 1. Therefore, product AC is not possible. Product AC is not possible. Is it clear? All of you are done? Understood? Next one. B, students. B. Find the matrix X such that value is given. X is equals to A into B. I'll write it. Minus 1, 2, 3, 0 into B. 1, 0, minus 2, 3 plus B square. Actually, this was given for 4 marks. I forgot and I had given it for 3. Plus B square. B square is 1, 0. How many times you have to multiply, students? If it is B square. Multiply twice. I want all of you to practice this question later if you haven't attempted. Okay. This is actually 4 marks minus D into C. See, I'll tell you D into C. D into C calculation. D into C is 4 by 1 into 1 minus 4. Number of rows and number of columns are equal to, look here. How many column does it have? This one, how many column? D has. Only 1 column. How many rows does it have? The second one. C has how many rows? 1. So 1 column is equals to 1 row. Therefore, this calculation is possible. Okay, this calculation is possible. But the previous one, what they asked us to justify, that wasn't possible. So we'll do it separately. You can do it separately like this. This one part. Okay, DC will do it separately. X value will do it separately. Then B square. B square is equals to 1, 0, minus 2, 3. 1, 0, minus 2 and 3. Okay, I'll give you all 2 minutes time. All of you will start this. Calculate and tell me the answer, students. Do it step by step. Solve it. All of you will solve. Nobody attempted this main, fifth main, second one. Who attempted? BHP Ivania or Naomi? A1 you didn't do. You understood how to do now? Good. Others, whoever didn't attempt, try this, students. Whoever has done it, no problem. Because matrix, I thought you all will do, most of you are getting it wrong in exam. Complete this. Row 1, column 1. Minus 1 into 1 plus 3 into 0. Then row 1, column 2. Minus 1 into minus 2 plus 3 into 3. Now what about the distance formula? What did you use, Naomi? For what problem? Did you add or subtract? You forgot it? No, actually I didn't teach you that. Total time. Last time I didn't teach that properly. Total time you have to add it. Hmm. Okay. Practice later, students. Recording I'll send. Go through that later. Next. 2 into 1 plus 0 into 0. Okay, I'll only show it, student. I'll only show it. Look at the screen. You can do it later. No time. Second row, second column. What is second row? 2 into minus 2 plus 0 into 3. Now tell me the next one, all of you. You'll answer. 1 into 1 plus minus 2 into 0. Multiplication. Next one. Remember this format. Next. 1 into minus 2, first row, second column. First row, second column plus minus 2 into 3. 0 into 1 plus 3 into 0. Again. 0 into minus 2 plus 3 into 3. For this one. First row. First row is 4. First row, first column. 4 into 1. Okay. So first row, first column is done, students. Next. First row, second column. 4 into minus 4. You'll get it like this. 4 into minus 4. Next, second row, first column. Second row. This. 1 into 1. You should definitely get two values like this. You'll get 4 terms. 1 into 1. After that, 1 into minus 4. 1 into minus 4. Okay, these are the values. Four minus 16, 1 minus 4. So here you get minus 1. 3 into 0 is 0. 2 ones are 2. 2 plus 3 threes are 9. Then 2 ones are 2. 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. And 0 just ignore. Next. 1 into 1 is 1. 1 into minus 2 is minus 2. Okay. Then we have minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. So minus 2 minus 6 is minus 8, students. I'll write the direct answer. Minus 2 minus 6 is minus 8. Minus 8. 0 into 1, 3 into 0. It becomes 0. Next, 0 into minus 2 is 0. 3 threes. How is it? 3 3? Yeah, 3 threes are 9. These are the values. The final statement. X value is equals to AB plus B square minus DC. So take the first one. Minus 1, 2. 2 plus 9 is 11 minus 4. Plus B square is 1, 0 minus 8, 9. Minus D into C is 4, 1 minus 16 minus 4. Is my voice audible to all? All of you understood this calculation part? Yeah. A The first and second would have been easy, students. The third part, look at this x value. AB was easy, B square is fine, you all can do. DC, look at DC, this part. For any question, when you multiply, the formula is you should get the answer like this: R1C1, R1C2, R2C1, R2C2 concept. That is what we got here. This. So you can do this in one single calculation. Open a bracket. -1 plus is given -4. Then we have 11, plus into minus is -8, minus into minus is +16. Then 2 plus 0 minus 1 minus 4 plus 9. Minus into minus, students, minus into minus. Look at the fourth term. So fourth term from all the three values. -4 I've taken, plus 9, minus into minus. Outside there is minus. Minus into minus is +4. So the final answer is -1 plus 1 minus 4. -1 plus 1 gets cancelled. -4 is left. 11 minus 8 is 3. 3 plus 16 is 19. 0 ignored. 2 minus 1 is 1. -4 plus 1, 9 is the answer. This is the final answer. Competency based question. This is how they're going to ask. Shall I do the next one, students? All of you understood? Any doubts? Okay, practice later. Next one. Now construction part. Even this construction, you all would have felt it tough, but mandatory question you should have tried. What is it? Locus or what kind of construction? Quadrilateral. How come quadrilateral construction? Fences. A park is bounded. Park in a city is bounded by a straight fence. Oh, correct, correct. Quadrilateral, students. There are 4 sides and A, B, C, D calculation. Now I'll explain this. Use ruler and compass for this. I want all of you to solve this later, students. Try it. 10 centimeter is equals to how many meters? 10 meter is equals to 1 centimeter. So try to do this. Can you see AB value? What is AB? 50 meters. Is 50 meters there in your scale? So if 10 meter is 1 centimeter, how do you convert into 50 centimeter? What I have to multiply? So 5. Even this side you multiply into 5. So how much is 50 meters? It's equal to 5 centimeters. And don't think too much, students. If 63 is given, what you have to do? 6.3. Remember this concept. For construction, whenever scale is given, competency question, they'll just tell you to change. Take AB if it is 5. And one more thing, short, remember just divide by 10. Just divide by 10. What's the answer? 5. If 63 is given, if you divide by 10, it is 6.3. It was a totally different question. Is this clear? Whenever scale is given, understood how to solve? Divide by 10. Divided by 10. So now first AB value you take it as 5 centimeters, BC value take it as 6.3, and you should have known in scale there is no 55, 6.3. ABC is 70, 75. Which angle is 75 here? Which angle? Angle B is 75. So what should I take the base as? What shall I take the base? AB or BC? Which is greater? BC. Take BC as 6.3. BC 6.3 students. Next, AB. What's the degree I need to write? What's the angle? 75. 75. How do you construct 75 students? 75 lies in between which one? 60 and 90. You need to draw 60 and 90 for 75. I'll construct and show you. Look here. 75. Draw 60 degree. 120, 90. So you're 75 somewhere here. What is the value of AB given? How much is AB? 5 centimeters. Next, tell me the next part of the question. D is a point equidistant from which two fences? AB and BC. All of you will respond. If AB and BC is given, is it so? What is it? Angle bisector or perpendicular bisector? AB and BC. Angle bisector. So can you see AB and BC? There's already an arc given, students. Angle. So from here you cut an arc, and from this part you cut an arc, you get D. This line you get D. Now keep this line as it is. Read the next one. If angle BAD is 90 degree, so where you have to draw 90 degree? At which point? It's a lengthy competency question. On which point you have to draw 90? On angle? So it's supposed to turn your answer sheet and angle A you have to draw 90 degrees here. Look at 90 degrees. Construct. I want all of you to solve this question later. 90 degrees. So you get 60 here, 120, 90 will be somewhere here. Okay, 90 degrees, students. So wherever these two meets, D is a point equidistant from this value and BAD. Construct the outline of the park. So this 90 degree, wherever it meets 90, take that, draw straight. And D will meet at a point. This D will meet at a point. 90 degree and D. So basically this B and D is the diagonal, students, diagonal value. This is the park. Last year in 9th, they have directly told you to draw a parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram figure, rectangle. Now instead of that, they have just changed the question like this. So we have drawn 90 degrees here. This is 90 degrees. Look, 90 degrees is a straight line. Therefore, it goes straight. And wherever the angle bisector of B and C meets, B and C, that is D point. Keep extending the line, you get a point D. Is this clear? All of you understood how to construct this question? Solve this question? 4 marks question. I want you all to try, students, whatever main you all have skipped, go through the recording and do it later. If not, understand now. As soon as the class gets over, complete it. Also locate a point P on the line BD. So on BD, we need to locate point P, students, for the flag post, which is equidistant from the corner of which one? A and B. If only 2 is given, how do you solve this question? If only 2 points are given, angle bisector or perpendicular bisector? If only 2 points are given, isn't it line? Which 2 lines I have to take? A. So for A and B, take more than half, cut an arc, top and down, students, and here top and down. You'll get a straight line. Wherever that line joins, that is P. Okay, so B and D students, B and D and this green line, wherever these two meets. See, this is point P. This is point P. Also locate point P on the line BD. This is point P. So a park, if they ask us to find locate point P, from point P you take A, B and C. It will be equal. We need to draw a circumcircle. From this point P, a park in a city is bounded by straight fences students, which means a park is circular, it is bounded by fences like this. So this P, wherever we located P, you get a in circle like this, in circle. This is the park. I'll show you the calculation now. This is park. See how complicated it is. Surrounded by the park is what you draw the four straight lines. A, B, C, D are the four straight fences. What's the time? 7. Okay, I'll do the calculation. I'll do it now. I'll show how to solve it. 5:30 we started. Okay, take 10 minutes break, students. We'll continue at 7 p.m. At 7, I'll show the construction. Yes, students, all of you understood this diagram the way you've got it? All of you online? I'll repeat again and I'll show you the construction part. Look, a park will always be like the circle one. Circle. On top of that, a park is in a city is bounded by straight fences. So this is bounded by fences. The fence can be parallelogram, rectangle, square, however it is, like this, four fences. If it is triangle, even that they'll mention. It is bounded by a triangle fence. Okay, let me do this calculation value now. You all have to tell me the values. BC is 6.3, 75 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 6.3. So listen, BC is 6.3. Then we need to draw 75 degrees. For 75, we need 90. For 90, you need 60 and 120 students. All this calculation I have explained you all, construction part. Try even hexagon question. In exam, there are chances of getting even hexagon. Then 90 degrees. No, 90 degrees just for reference. We don't need this line. This is just for reference. We need to construct 75 degrees. 75. So for 75, look at this 90. This is 75. Now what is the distance value, students? What is AB value? Can somebody tell me AB? What's the value of AB? Nobody asked the question with you all. You all don't know AB value. What is it given? Is 50 meters there in scale? Then what should I take, Naomi? What I told? What were you doing when I taught, Naomi? All giving wrong answers. 50 divided by 10 is how many centimeters I have to take? 5 centimeters. Is it clear, Naomi? Understood? Just because 50 centimeter is not there, you shouldn't ask your teacher. We'll ask a ruler there for meters. In the beginning itself, I explained. Okay, 5 centimeters. Then from there, what's the angle I have to construct, students? What's the second part? D is a point equidistant from AB and BC. When two values are given, it's an angle bisector. AB and BC, we need D value. Like this. See, from this point, look at the point. From here, one value, and from AB, A to B, from this, one more value. Like this. .3. AB is 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters, 6.3. Remember that. Next. For D, we drew a line. Just keep it as it is. For D, the angle bisector is drawn. Okay, we don't know where to connect it, students. Which point to connect. For now, look at the green line. Just keep this till here, green. Next. Next part of the sentence is, if BAD is 90 degree, then in angle BA is given. So don't get confused. BAD is 90 degree. BAD. D is a point equidistant from the two fences. Okay, BAD is 90 degree, which means angle A, students, angle A is 90 degree. Fine. So this is what they mentioned. So don't get confused with BAD. We don't know where the D point lies. They have told us BAD is 90 degree. Look, angle BAD is 90. So we know B is here and A is given here. And D is the perpendicular bisector. It can lie anywhere on this line. D can lie anywhere on this line. Fine. If D lies here, students, if D lies here, this angle is 90 degree. That is what they mentioned. They meant by this angle should be 90 degrees. Okay. So my diagram, this can be right or wrong, but we'll do it here. You'll get the exact value. 90 degrees. I need 90 degrees. Let us construct 90 degree at A. So take a certain distance and we'll construct 90 degrees here at A. This. Then from this point you get 60 degrees. and from here you get 120, and in between these two you get 90 degrees here. See, this will give you 90 degrees. So 90 degrees done. Now this green line, look, there is no specific measurement, students, specific measurement given. This green line from B all the way up to straight. Okay, and from there 90 degrees, this line to D. This is D, students, D. Wherever these 2 points meet, this is D, and from there complete it like this. This is A. So this diagram was wrong. See, this diagram was wrong. The reason I didn't use any 90 degrees line. Okay, the concept is same. The same thing I've done here. So mark it as D. So this is D, students. Any doubts in this? All of you understood how to solve? Is it clear? This construction part. See, now you get BAD is 90, students. If you see triangle BAD, you'll get 90 degree. Let me place the protractor. Is it 90 degree? Exactly 90. BAD is 90 degree. Next part of the question. What is asked? If BAD is 90, also locate till here. It is you'll get 3 marks. Another 1 mark is for the circle. Also locate a point P on the line BD. On the line BD, we need to locate a point P. So we have got a diagram like this. Look, as of now, our diagram is like this. B here, C, then we drew A, 90 degrees, D is somewhere here. This is 90 degree. Then from this D we connected, we got 4 fences, quadrilateral fence. So it is not exactly parallelogram, rectangle, square, nothing, students, like this. Then B and D was a perpendicular angle bisector, B and D. Now we need to plot a point on this line. On this line B and D, we need to plot a point. That should be the perpendicular distance from AB. That is what they mentioned, A and B. Remember, if just two things are given, it is a straight line, it's a perpendicular bisector, AB. Let me draw perpendicular bisector. So if you want to score in board exam, these are the types of questions you'll get. Advanced questions. Okay. Next, more than half. Take more than half. I'll use the purple one. For A and B, we need an arc. Look here, like this, on the right hand side and on left hand side. Then next, from point B, students, from point B, left hand side, and again on right hand side, like this. Fine. Wherever these two lines meet, look at the black line. I'll draw it in black line. Wherever these 2 points meet, this point along with this. Here is point P, students. We have point P here. Wherever these two green line and the black line meet, that is point P. Okay, look at this. Locate point P. for the flag post which is equidistant from the corner, of A and B. Okay, there is no circle, nothing, just a point P, students. Point P should be equidistant. Look here, equidistant meaning it should have equal distance from point P. This, look at A value, A and B are almost the same. Little, there is some mistake here. Little, okay, it is almost the same. See, I'll draw an arc. From P, if I draw an arc, the distance is equal. See, don't draw this arc. This is just for reference. I'm showing you all, just for reference. Look, from P, if I draw, almost equal. Okay, this is point P. You get a quadrilateral. No circle is required because they haven't mentioned anything here. From the corner of the park A and B. A and B in a city is bounded by state line. So this is not the park, student. The first diagram was totally wrong. Construction part is fine, but the figure which we got is wrong. See, this inside part is the park. This is the park. And there's no specific dimension for the park. This is the flag post P. Mark point P here. Just write P in the diagram. Write it as P. This point is P. So that is the flag post, and that is in the equal distance. It is on BD and at equal distance from A to B. All of you understood this construction part? That's it. So inside is the area of the park, students. It is basically a quadrilateral, not a parallelogram, nothing, no parallel lines. So inside is the area. That's it. Next question. So this fifth main, I had given all lengthy questions. You should have tried. Fifth main was a good one. Okay, try it later. Try all three questions later. Next, sixth question. Sixth main. See, probability, you will not have studied all easy questions, students, but this is competency based question. This is how they would give. Related to this. Not exactly related. Now, first question. We need to find, whenever we are starting probability, I'll tell you what are the steps required. Seventh means second one. Okay, here is the first one. What is the property I told you all? Using property. Which is the main property we use, students? All of you respond. When it comes to and dividend. How many of you attempt sixth main? Most of you attempted sixth main, right? Sixth main question. So using property of proportion, find the value component of dividend of question. Look here, 6x square plus 3x minus 5 plus 3x minus 5. 6x square plus 3x minus 5 minus 3x and minus 5, students. Minus into minus plus 5. Remember this. Okay, because if you minus it, you get minus. Minus into minus is plus. 9x square plus 2x plus 5 plus 2x plus 5. 9x square plus 2x plus 5 minus 2x minus 5. You should get minus 5. Is Joanna online? Joanna, Charisha, Diyashri, Joshita, all of you online? Adya? The sixth question. Even if you all haven't done, no problem, students. Concentrate. Try it later. Now, first part. Numerator. 6x square plus 3 3s are 6x minus into minus 10 divided by these two will get cancelled and these two will get cancelled. 6x square is equal to 9x square plus 4x plus 10. Again here everything gets cancelled. 9x square. before cross multiplying, remember I told you all if you'll cross multiply, you'll get to the power of 4. Reduce this. This x square and this x square gets cancelled. See, I'll repeat again. It is like this, students. So if you shift this 9 to the other side, 9x square divided by 6x square into a is equal to b. X square gets cancelled. 3 3s are 3 2s are. Now you can shift 3 to 2 to the other side. 3a is equals to 2b. In the same way, 3 2s are 3 3s are. Now we can multiply this 3 to the other side. When you cross multiply 3 on this side, 3 6 are 18x square plus 3 6 are 18x minus 30. And remember component dividendo, they might give you some question where you have to apply component dividendo twice, students, twice. Even that is possible. I'll tell you, tomorrow we'll solve one question based on that. Next, 18x square plus 2 4s are 8x plus 20. Shift all to one side, 18x square minus 18x square plus 18x plus 8x goes to the other side minus 8x is equals to 20. Minus 20 goes to this side plus 30. 18 minus 8 is 10x. 10x is equals to 50. X is equals to 10. This is the answer. If you're not able to solve this, okay, you'll get another value, a by b and b by, and c by d. Factorize second time. So there are chances like this where only within one factorization you'll get the answer. If not factorize twice, you'll get the answer. So don't skip any question, students. Even if you're not getting the final answer, out of 3 marks, you'll definitely get 2 marks if you have done until this step or this step. All of you have got x is equals to 10. Shall I do the next one? Whoever did sixth main got it right. Okay, go through the recording later. Step by step, you'll get it. You can complete. Next, second one, probability question. So in probability, remember always any question find total possible values. Favorable outcome, total outcome, student, not possible, total outcome, total possible outcome. Then number of student column. See, this is class interval. Class interval is xi value. Class interval is xi. Fi. Student is fi. Fi xi. Fine. Now Fi is given. For Fi meaning number of frequency students. Frequency. How many students are there total? 4, 9 here. Sometimes the value will be given here. 100 students. Can you see the total value is given 100? Total 100. So whatever total is given, take that as total outcome. Total outcome is 100. That's it. After that, everything is easy. It was a very simple question. Okay, let me take 100 here. First question. What is the probability of? The statement is important. Only if you write the statement properly, you'll get full marks. A. Less than 20. What are the values less than 20, students? Less than 20. How many have to add? 4 plus 5 equals to 9. Is it clear? All of you understood? So what is the probability of less than 20? What is the probability? 9 divided by 100. Try then. Tell me the next one. Next question. Below 60, but 30 or more than that. Below 60, more than 30 students. Look, below 60. Or above 30. Below 60 and above 30. This part. This range. You have to take this range. 30 or above 30. What are the two values? 7 plus 13. What's the answer? 7 plus 13 is 20. How do you write the answer? Probability, copy that question, whatever they've asked. Look here. Below 60 but 30 or more. Write that here. Write it here. is equals to 20 divided by total outcome 100. The answer 1 by 1 by what, Naomi? 1 by 5. Tell me the third one. You answer the third one. Read the third question. What do you mean by that? More than or equal to 70? No. More than or equal to 70. What did I tell you all students? Do we include the upper limit here? When we count, when we did statistics, do we include the upper limit? You count 0 to 10 or 0 to 9? We used to take only 0 to 9. So 60 to 70, where do we take? We only take from 60 to 69. Do we consider 70? So do we need to take 15 here? Simple logic. Not thinking. Just apply the basic concept. So more than or equal to 70. Where will you count 70 students? From the previous one or from the this part? From this part you count 70, right? Now tell me, Naomi, what are the values I have to take if it is 70? More than or equal to. More than meaning is how much? Everything, right? Everything. So 11 plus, very good. 11 plus 14 plus 10. What's the answer? 30. Very good. So probability of copy the question, student. This is how the question, they would set the question. More than is given. Stick on to the basic concept. We don't include any of the upper values. Okay, we don't include any of the upper values. That's the reason even for this one, students. Second one, below 60, more than 30 was given, more than 30. So I have to take more than 30 and below 60, these two. So there's nothing to get confused. 11 plus 14, 35. The probability is equals to 35 divided by 100. 5 sevens are, 5 20s are, 7 by 20. Look how simple the answer is. The calculation part is very simple, but you should understand this logic, these logics. So this is known as probability. Fine, Tanishka. Why do you want to waste your time? Probability should be in the terms of numerator by denominator. Why do you waste your time for decimal? 9 by 100, you wrote 0.09? Fine. This is fine. 0.09. Next, for this, 0.2. And for this, 0.35. You either leave it numerator by denominator, fine, or you convert into decimal, students. For both, you'll get marks. These are the probability. And what they've asked here, wait, let me check. We'll read the question. The marks scored by 100 students are given. A student in the class is selected at random. Find the probability that the student has scored. Find the probability that the student has scored less than 20. So if it is less than 20, number of students. $35. No, you have to at least reduce it, Adya, right? You have to reduce it, Adya. How can you live by 35 by 100? You have to at least reduce it, right? You'll half mark, they'll reduce. You'll get 2.5 mark. And what did I tell you all, students? Probability should lie between which one? 0 and 1. It should be less than equal to 0 and 1. Is everything in between this 0 and 1? So it is fine if you convert into decimal. Better write both, because in board exam we won't know, you write it both, but make sure you reduce it. See, you can't leave 20 by 100 as it is. You can't leave 35 by 100. Then reduce 1 mark. Okay, answer is correct. They'll reduce half mark for each. So if you leave both, they'll reduce 1 mark. Reduce it, convert into decimal and mixed fraction both. Just convert and leave it. Because if it is school, we can ask the teacher for marks. In board exam, it's not like that. So convert into both decimal as well as numerator and denominator. Fraction, students. Any doubts? Shall I do the next one? All of you completed? I mean, understood? Okay. Remember, this is the step, students. You can't write it directly. If you have written directly, again, they'll reduce marks. Total outcome. Then write A value. Then you should mention probability in the bracket. That is first thing. Next thing. Total outcome is always the numbers here. Xi value. Remember Fi value, students. If they give you tabular form like this, it is always Fi value, total outcome. Not only this, any calculation. Even here. For example, I'll give another example. You go to the market and you're buying 3 products. You're buying 3 products. Pen, then okay, pen, pencil, and scale. Okay, pen, pencil, and scale. You're buying 10 pens. You're buying 15 pencil and 20 scale, students. 25 scale. So this is Xi. This is Fi. Frequency. The number of items you have purchased is frequency. Fi. Now, if you randomly pick all this, they have put in a box. You have put all this in a box and you randomly pick one value. What is the total outcome here? Tell me the total outcome. Total outcome is, what are the numbers? Add Fi column. What's the value, students? Isn't it 50? So they would ask, what is the probability of getting pen? Probability of pen. What's the answer? All of you will respond. 10 divided by? Answer is 1 by 5. Convert into decimal, just leave it 0.2. Next, what is the probability of getting paper? Is paper present here? No. This is known as competency based question, students. It is no more related to dice or your coin. So we don't know what they have said Monday. For board exam, I don't know what they have said, but they have told competency based. These are competency based questions. So we don't have any paper here. 0 by 50, so that is 0. Next, what is the probability of pencil and scale together? Pencil and scale. What are the two things? 15 plus 25 divided by 50. 50, yes. So 40 divided by 50 is 4 by 4. I think 0.8. Okay, convert into. You get 0.8 as the answer. You can even leave it as 4 by 5, students. Anything is fine. This is how you get. Remember, tabular column, Fi value will be the total outcome, students. I repeat, Fi value. So there's nothing to get confused. Even in this, if you have known the logic, just take Fi value. Here already it was given as 100. Already mentioned as 100. Then all this concept. Next question. How many of you tried this question? Well, you're able to solve this circle question? Respond. This one. Actually, it was an easy question, students. It was an easy question. I don't know how you all would have solved it. Tangent is given. If tangent is given, which concept can we use? Alternate segment theorem. See, I'll tell you all. I'll tell. First thing, what do we need to find? We have to find OQ, M. What is O and Q, students? If O is the center, what is O and Q? All of you respond. If O is the center, radius, what is the angle formed at radius? What's the angle formed? 90 degrees? In 90 degree, if one part is 42, what's the other part? That is what they have asked. OQM. See, I'll take Q, I'll take R here. R. So they've asked us to find OQM. How will you write this statement? If you directly write 90 minus 42, you won't get marks. See, I'll write it. First question A. Angle OQ. All of you will concentrate. OQM. Angle OQM is equal to, if you want to find, first we need to take, you have to explain, angle OQP is equal to 90 degree. Just look at angle OPQ, all of you, from the diagram. OQP is 90 degree. Reason, OQ is radius. Just write OQ is radius. When the radius touches the tangent, PQ is the tangent, students. Whenever a radius touches the tangent, the angle formed is 90. Even OS, angle OS is also 90. Look at O and S. The angle formed is 90 degrees. Then, if you want to find angle OQM, simple. It is OQP 90 degree minus PQM. Angle P, look at angle PQM, all of you. 90 degree minus 42. The answer is 48 degrees. So they've asked this part. I'll write it in yellow. This part is what they've asked to find. 48 degrees. (90 minus 42 is 48 degrees. Is it clear? All of you understood first one? QNS. QNS is what we need to find. Then QOS. Everything was easy, students. Then QMS. 48 degrees. I'll erase it. I'll erase. Simple. You should know that OQM. They've asked about OQM. It's touching the radius today. Radius is touching the tangent. So apply tangent concept here. Tangent. Next. Don't write anything. Don't write. We don't have time. I'll explain everything first. You can do it later. Next question, students. We need to find QNS. Where is QNS? Tell me, where is angle QNS? Center or circumference? It's on the circumference. So in order to find circumference, do we need the center value? Is it given in the question? QS? Response, students. Is it given or we need to find QS? We need to find QS also, right? So that is not possible. Next. Just think, students, where is Q touching? Is Q touching the tangent? Right? Q is touching the tangent. Now look here. If Q touches the tangent and there is a radius QM. If the angle formed is 42 degree, imagine I'm going to draw a triangle here. Which is the angle according to alternate segment theorem? Which one is 42 degrees? All of you respond. Which is 42? Angle? N or M, Tanishka? What did you say? N. I heard it as M. See what I told you, students. Tangent and chord. Just ignore this line. The other angle is obviously N. N is 42 degrees. Okay. This is 42. What about the other tangent? Where is the other tangent touching, students? If I draw a value, chord like this. What's the value? 25 degrees. So which is 25? 25. QNS, right? QNS. Okay. See. Look at the green line. These two green lines and chord and tangent property, students. One chord, one tangent. Look at the pink line. This is one tangent and this is one chord. So apart from that, apart from these two, the opposite angles, this will be equal. According to alternate segment theorem. So I'll tell you how to write the statement. Alternate segment theorem. If you combine both, we got the answer. Angle QNS is 25 plus 42. 67 is the answer. 67. Right? Now first, angle QNO. I'm just talking about angle QNM, students, not QNO, QNM. Triangle. I'm talking about the triangle QNM. Angle QNM is equal to angle PQM. That is equals to 42. All of you will observe this angle. So P will be here. Okay, imagine these two tangents are touching here like this. See, most of the questions I've taken from specimen, that page number 500 students. After 500, they've given all these questions. So we don't have time. That's the reason I give it for test for you all to practice once. If you have got it wrong, not able to solve, no problem. All these are tough questions. If you have at least tried, fine. So this is P value. 42-degree, right? Alternate segment theorem. Alternate segment theorem. Next. Tell me the next angle, students. Which is the next triangle? Be quick. SN M is equal to which one? SNM is equal to unmute the call and respond. SNM is equal to PSM, right? Yeah, PSM. PSM is equals to 25 degrees. Same alternate segment theorem. Therefore, second answer. What is the second answer, students? QN is equal to QN is made up of how many angles? QNM plus SNM. QNM plus SNM. That is equals to 42 degree plus 25 degree. The answer is 67. It was a good question. Simple. Tangent and chord is given and there is an angle outside. If you observe properly, most of the questions which we solved, angle will be inside the quadrilateral. But look at this angle. Where are this 42 and 25? It is located outside. It is touching the tangent and chord. That is what you have to understand. So the answer is 67 degrees. So second part is done. Total 4 marks question. Next question. Is this clear? All of you understood? Okay. If you want, yeah, just that's what students. I'm repeating the same thing. Go through the recording. I'll upload the recording. Okay, you can take your own time and solve. Next, angle QS. Where is angle QS? Center or circumference? All of you will respond. It's in the center. So what's the concept? Center is equals to twice circumference. So angle QS is equal to QNS. Correct. What is QNS? 67. That is 134, right, Ivania? 2 into 60 is 120, 2 into 7 is 14. 134 students, 134 degree. Last one you all have to answer. What is QMS? That is the easiest part. Where is QMS? All of you will respond. Where is QMS located? Angle M located. Inside the circle or outside the circle? Okay. Think and answer. QMS. Inside the circle. But according to quadrilateral, isn't it a part of quadrilateral? What kind of quadrilateral is formed here? Cyclic quadrilateral. Only one student is answering and sometimes Tanishka. What about others? Only Ivania, Tanishka. Others don't know this concept. What is sum of cyclic quadrilateral students? How do you answer? And the QMS will be equal QMS plus which is the other one? Angle would be equal to 180. What is the logic? Cyclic quadrilateral. So this entire concept was nothing but cyclic quadrilateral along with cyclic quadrilateral tangent question, students. Which is a very good question. If you're thorough with cyclic quadrilateral tangent question, still you can complete within 2 to 3 minutes. You can complete it. So angle QMS is equals to 180 minus QNS. What was QNS? 67. No, not 180. What is the concept? Cyclic quadrilateral opposite angles. Opposite angles equal to 180. Correct. Answer is correct. See, this specimen question, it's given in page 500 after 500 students. Tangent chapter, you can find this, but answers are not given. Solution is not given, so make a note. Make a note of this. What's the value? What's the answer? QMS is equals to 113, 113, 120, 180. 113 degrees. I'll write the values. Practice it later, students. 48 degrees. QNS we got 67. QOS is 134 degrees. 113 degrees. 4 question, 4 marks. Maximum difficulty question. Cyclic quadrilateral and tangent put together. Next question. Shall I solve this one? Shall I start AP? All of you attempted 7th one? AP question. See, 744 up to 830. I'll complete section A, students. We'll end the class after that. And AP has 3 as its first term. What is n value? N is equals to 1. T of 1 is equals to. What is A value? A value is 3. Okay. Instead of doing all this, just take A is equal to 3, students. Whenever first value is given, you can directly take it as A is equal to 3. Except that for other thing, you need calculation. The sum of the first 8 terms. The sum of first 8 terms. S of 8 is equal to how much? First, we'll write the statement. S of 8 is equal to sum of first how many terms? Yes, twice the sum of 5 terms. What into S of 8? This is the equal. And what do we need to find here? Find common difference D. Common difference D. Now, simple question, students. Equation was given. According to this equation, let me take S of 8. What is sum of 8 formula? What is sum formula? N divided by 2 into. First for n, for 8, what is the calculation? 8 divided by 2, what is A value? 2 into 3, what is a 8 value again? N value? See, n is equals to 8. S of n is S of 8 value. 8 minus 1 into 3. 2 3s are 6. 8 minus 1, 70. Did we get the equation for left hand side? Okay, keep this as it is. Left hand side. That's it. If you write the equation, you'll get an idea, students. Based on that, you start the calculation. Now, S of 8 is done. No, you can multiply there, no problem. You can multiply. One more thing is S of 5, students. First 5 terms, S of 5. Now, n is equals to 5. This calculation. S of 5 is equals to 5 divided by 2. 2 into 3. I'll do it directly. 2 3s are 6 plus n minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 40. So that is 5 divided by, yeah, that's it. You can't cancel it. This is the equation. So this, if you want to remove the decimal bracket, 6 4s are 20, 4 6 are 24 plus 4 7s are 28 D. Left hand side is equals to right hand side. Left hand side, take the blue part. 24 plus 28D is equals to 2. Don't miss out this 2, students. If not, you'll have a decimal value. You won't be able to solve. 2 into this S of 5 value. 5 divided by 2, 6 plus 40. In order to cancel this 2, that's the reason they have given 2 outside twice. Remember this concept twice. So as you solve, you should understand. Sometime if you miss out this 2, remember, imagine if you don't try this 2. You'll try to multiply. You'll get a different answer. Okay, so definitely this 2 will get cancelled out. So 24 plus 28B is equal to 5 6 are 30 plus 5 4 are 20. All of you understood? Any doubts so far? Is it clear, students? Okay. If you find, you'll get the value of D. See, everything is gone, only D is left. We have only D. Substitute the value. 28 is greater. 28 minus 20D is equals to 30 minus 24. 30 minus 24 is 6. What's the answer? D is equals to 3 by 3 by 4. What else they've asked? That's it. Only common difference. Even this is from competency question. 3 by 4. Okay. Sometimes they would give a statement, students. The first term is twice the sum of the eighth term is given. Or sometimes they'll give the first term. Remember this. Second term is 50, and the sum of fifth term is equals to twice of, see, second term is 50, and the sum of fifth term is equals to twice of this second term, is equals to twice of second term, like this. So take S of 5. For S of 5, you'll have a calculation. 2 into. Second term is nothing but 50 is given. So it is not S of n, students, T of n concept. So second term, T of 2 is equals to n divided by 2 into a plus n minus 1 into d. Sorry, a plus n minus 1 into d. Fine. So the reason I'm telling this is, see, in the previous question, board papers, they have given left hand side is equals to right hand side. Both are S value, students. Both are sum. Concentrate. Try to understand this. Look here. The sum of the first term is equals to sum of S values. Left hand side also was S. Right hand side also was S. So next time you'll get questions like this, where left hand side you'll have S value, S of 5. S of 5 is 5 divided by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. A value will be given. So that one you have to write on the left hand side. 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to. Right hand side they have given, instead of sum, 50 is given. Value is given as 50. It is not sum. We have to use T of 2, students. So T of 2 is equals to, A value will be given. 2 minus 1 is 1d. This T of 2 is 50. So T of 2 is 50. You have to substitute here. So therefore you'll get, imagine A value. A value, they'll give the first number, they'll give it as 3. Same. First number A is equal to 3. So 50 is equals to, from this equation, 50 is equals to 3 plus 1 into d. So 1d. 1d is nothing but just d, students. D value. 50 minus 3 is 47. So you'll get somewhat questions like this, where Sn is equals to Tn concept. Remember this. Okay, you'll get questions like this. So the three concepts here are Sn is equal to Sn1 concept. That is what we solved now. Sometime you'll get Tn is equals to Tn. Not only in AP, even in GP. Even in GP, you can get these kind of questions. Then 1 Sn is equals to 1 Tn. Even that is possible. They'll give you an equation for Sn. Write the formula is equal to Tn. For Tn, write the formula. Substitute left hand side and right hand side. You will get the value of D, students. Value of D. Okay, so this is done. The answer, D answer for this was 3 by 4. Next, 8th main. 7th main, second one. What is this? Draw histogram. All of you completed histogram question. Did you get the answer for this? Question, students. Okay. A graph question. Graph. It would take some time. I'll just quickly explain. X-axis, Y-axis. They have given a scale. Take 2 centimeter. Always remember this should be on x-axis, this on y-axis. So 0, start from 20, 20, 30. That is what they have given. 2 centimeter is equals to 10 runs. 2 centimeter is equals to 10 overs. Each box 10, 20, 30. Sorry, no 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Along x-axis, 2 centimeter is equals to 10 runs. So simple question, 10, 20, 30, 40, maximum up to 60. Okay, 50 and 60. It was a very simple, again, competency based question I had given from there. Draw histogram represent above distribution. Estimate the modal value. We need to find mode. First 37 students. It's a basic graph, not a Ogive or cumulative frequency. Basic graph 37. So from 0 to 20, after 37, how many lines will we need to take? 7 lines. This will be the answer. Next 45 here. 45 to 50. For 45 to 50, we have 40 till here. So we have one histogram, one mode question. Don't waste your time studying all the other questions. Concentrate on this. Try one histogram and mode question later. Next. 50 to 60, we have 60. 50 to 60, it is up to 60. Then 60 to 70, and we also have 80 here. 80. Right overs. And left hand side, right runs scored. Runs scored. Next. 51. 51 will be somewhere here, like this. And we have 35. 35. How do you find mode, students? For mode, I told you X diagram. For mode, you need X diagram. Which is the largest bar here? Which is the longest bar? 50 to 60, right? Yeah. From there, from this corner, this point. Look at one X diagram. Then from the right hand side, this one. Wherever these two meets, this is your mode answer. Mode. Bring it down. What's the answer you all got? Somewhere around 57, 58? Very good. Even without graph, you can just basically calculate that. I mean, the basic concept, using basic concept, you can complete, students. 67, 68. Or you can get even 67, 57.5, 58, or 57, even that is fine. That's it, nothing in this. 3 marks question. Shall I do the next one? Okay, next question. Another half an hour, Adya, 8:30. Okay, without the solution, till what time you all can attend, students? Even you all have to study, right? Till 8:30 shall I conduct? All of you will respond. Till 8:30, is it fine? Hmm. We'll see up to 8:30 how much ever possible I'll write. Because each and everything I have to explain. If not, then 1 hour I could have completed. Estimate the graph. Okay, graph question is done. Next one. Over. I'll be quick. You can go through the recording. Refer it later. "8:30 Joshita, just now I told, are you there online? Okay, 8:30. Another half an hour. I'll try as much as possible, students. What do we need to find here? Find total time, right? N students. All will respond. Most important part, 4 marks question. There are chances of getting such question. What is P value? P is 2000. And Joshita, were you correcting all your answers? Were you there online from beginning? Respond. Were you there? Okay, what about Cherisha? All of you all were correcting, correcting students, cross checking your answers. Okay. See, I'll see if I have, by the time I complete 8:30, then after that, if I have time, I'll correct all these papers. I'll correct and send it. And tomorrow morning we'll start. I'll tell you the time. And the bank pays the interest. Rate is equals to 8%. If he gets 1024, I is equals to 1040 at the time of maturity. Okay. If he gets 1040 as interest, so that is I value. Find N. Maturity value is not given. So interest is equals to P into N plus 1. R by 100. 2 into 12. Interest is 1040 is equals to, if he gets 1040 as interest at the time of maturity, find in years total value. 2000. 1040 is fine, 2000 is fine, 8% is also correct. N into N plus 1. Keep it aside. 8 divided by 100. 2 into 12. You can directly shift it or just keep N into N as it is. First reduce it, students. If you reduce, look here, 2 zeros. 2 ones are, 2 tens are. Then 4. 2 fours are 2. How many times it goes? 6. Then 2 threes are and 2. 5. 3 will get multiplied here. 1040 into 3 students. And denominator what will you have? Numerator what will you have? 5 fours is how much? 5 fours are 20 into N into N plus 1. To try to multiply 20 into N plus 1, it might get tough, students. Tough. So bring this 20 down. Divide 20. What you will get? 1040 into 3 divided by 20. Now open the bracket. Along with 20, if you open the bracket, it is tough for calculation. N square plus N. See, 0 and 0 gets cancelled. How many times it goes? 52 times. So 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. 156 N square plus N. What is general quadratic equation? Very good. Very good. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Arrange this. Ax square. N square is positive. Shift this. Plus n. 156 becomes minus 150 is equals to 0. How will you all solve this, students? 156. First, always try. Even in banking question, sometimes you factorization question easily. 156, 1 into 156, 2 into, all of it respond. 104. 2 into 70, what 104? 73 or 78? What calculation, Naomi? 2 into 78 is 156, right? Not 73. 2 sevens are 14, carry 1. Next, 3 how many times? 50, 52. Next, 4 into 39. See, 3, 4, 5 doesn't go, students. I'll tell you one trick. Remember this. 156 is close to which perfect square? What's the perfect square? How much is 12 square and 13 square? 44 and 169. Isn't it close to 144 and 169? So remember, just remember this logic. Take 12 and 13. What is 12 into 13? How much is 12 into 13, students? 156. So what are the two values here? What are the two values? 12 and 13. So minus 156. If you want to get minus 156, what should I put? Plus n is given. So minus 12n plus 13n minus 156. Are we getting the answer? All of you respond, students. Are we getting the answer? N minus 12 plus 13 n minus 12 is equal to 0. N minus 12, n plus 13 is equals to 0. N minus 12 is equal to 0, therefore n is equals to 12. N plus 13 is equals to 0, therefore n is equals to minus 13. They asked us to find number of years, time period. N stands for month here. N stands for month. Now you all tell me the value. Which one should I take? 12 or minus 13? 12. If you want to convert into year, what's the time period? Time period is equals to, very good. This is the answer. N stands for number of month. Okay, here N stands for month. So don't write it as 12 years, students. 12 years you won't get marks. Convert that. 12 year is 12 month is 1 year. So right, N is equals to 12 months. And convert that into years. They have asked us to convert into years, I guess. Find in years the total time. 1 year is the answer. Look, I've showed the calculation part. Remember this logic, because when you try 1 into 10 students, sleep here, 156 is given. Even if you try 9 into 10, okay, up to 9 into 156 or 8 into whatever gives 156, you won't get the answer. So 156 is close to 12 square and 13 square. Or if you get questions like this, n minus 220. Just for example, you get like this. So which two numbers you have to take close to which one? 220 lies close to which one? 14 square and 15 square. Right? What is 14 square? 196. 15 square is 225. So try to multiply 14 and 15. I mean, this is the one question. I'm just giving an example. Try 14 and 15. 14 into 15. Okay, 210. What if 210 was given? Okay, this is how you need to check. If 210 was given, 210. I forgot, because single value question. If 210 is given, 210 is it's not a perfect square, but it lies between 196 and 225. 210. For 196, it is 14 square. For 225, it is 15 square. So take 14 and 15. Try 14 and 15. Multiply, you'll definitely get 210 plus 14n minus 15n minus 210 is equals to 0. When will you use this concept? When there is no value given here. Only one single n value is given. 1n. Okay, you can. This is factorization concept. You can either do factorization or long division method. Use long division method and complete it. Next question. We have two triangles here. We need to find. Give your answer correct to nearest. Okay. Find the height of the flag staff. I'll read. Again, this was a specimen question. A vertical tower standing on horizontal plane. Vertical tower is AB, students. Is surmounted by a vertical flag staff. Surmounted is one top of the other. FB is the flag staff. Flag staff is FB. At a point 100 meters away from the foot of the tower. The foot of the tower is A, so this distance is 100. Fine. Simple. There are two triangles. You don't have to get confused. Take two triangles. The smaller triangle, first one, that is PAB. PAB is the smaller one. And if you compare 42 and 54, obviously 42 is the smaller one. 42. Then second triangle, the larger one. PAF is given. F. So for PF, it is 54 degrees. 54 degrees 100. Both the denominators, both the base are 100. Base is 100. What do we need to find here? Height of the flag post. Where is height of the flag post? Is it opposite or perpendicular? Where is the flag post, students? Opposite or perpendicular? For the angles, where is the flag post? Which one is the building? It is in the opposite direction, right? That's it. We'll get the answer. opposite direction. So you have to mention in triangle PAB. Do the calculation. Draw the diagram in triangle PAF. Practice this after the class. Practice questions like this, where you'll have two triangles just like this, one or two questions. Next one. With respect to 42 degrees, students, the base is given, and they've asked us to find AB. We don't need the value of what you call perpendicular, hypotenuse. For both the diagrams, hypotenuse is not asked here. They've asked us to find height of the flag post. Height of the flag post is FB, students. So anything related to opposite side. Everything is related to opposite. So we use tan formula. Tan 42 degrees equals to perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is AB divided by base is AP. This side. Tan 54 degrees is equals to AF divided by AP. So tan 42 degrees. Tell me now. Tan 42 is 0.09. Okay. Simple question I have given for 5 marks. I made a mistake. 100 gets multiplied. What is tan 54, Naomi? 1.37. 4 is equals to AF to the power to the base 100. Next, AB is equals to 100 when you multiply. What's the value? 90.04. And AF is equals to 137. AF and AB is given, students. They have asked you to find. We found both the answer FB. So I'll take this line. Look here. In this entire line, this is AF. This is AB. If they want you to find FB, what is this entire value? AF value 137 point. What is AB? 90.04. If you find this one, it is fact, right? But they've asked here, find the height of the flag post. Write it like this: flag post. Height of flag. Sorry, what is flag post? Flag staff. Height of flag staff. Height of flag staff is equal to, show them this calculation, students. AF minus AB. That's it. AF minus AB. 137.64 minus 90.04. Yes, this is the entire calculation part. Trigonometry is actually easy. You're not solving it. If you solve 5 to 10 questions earlier, if you keep practicing, it is very easy concept, students. What concept? Okay, minus 90.0, 47.60, 47 points, meter or centimeter, what is given? Meters. Give your answer correct to nearest meter is given. Okay, so you can't take 47.6. Nearest meter, convert it. 6 is greater. 6 is greater than 5. So if 6 is greater than 5, add 1 to this. 48 meter is the flag post. Remember flag staff, not flag post. Sorry, flag staff. If you don't know the meaning, surmounted. The meaning of surmounted is one top of the other. When you place one top of the other, we call it as surmounted. Like circum, circle, encircle, surmounted is one top of the other. Other question. Other one. Eighth main, second one. Oh, ninth main is left. What about eighth main? All of you attempted eighth main, second one? Graph question, students. Okay, this graph I'll do it tomorrow. Graph I'll do tomorrow. We'll do the ninth main now. Because graph will take, if I have to explain each and everything, that will take half an hour. So graph concept I'll explain tomorrow. Okay, this question. See, this was very good question. What about ninth main? I think nobody attempted ninth. You all skip ninth one. You tried. Whoever tried ninth students, I had said two main stuff. One is ninth main, and the other one was the sixth main. Ninth main and sixth main. I had said two tough questions, not sixth. Which is this? Ninth and fifth main students. Ninth and fifth. Other mains were fine. We could have done it. Ninth and fifth. How many of you all skipped fifth and ninth main? Anyone skipped fifth and ninth? Fifth main. Okay, fine. Just a minute. Hello? Okay, fifth main, first one students. Sorry, ninth main first. I accept the fifth main and ninth main tough. Okay, all good question. Next, what do you need to construct here? We need to construct circumcircle. What is the base you all took? All of you respond. If you take AB, where is angle B students? Left hand side or right hand side? Right hand side. Which is 135 degree here? Which one is 135? Angle A. How come angle A can be 135? B. You told B, Naomi. Okay, I had it as A. Whichever comes in between 135. So right hand side 135 is a bit difficult, students. How many of you took base AB? Okay, this is not 15. What did you all take? 15.5 or 5.5? 5.5. See, if you take this side B, even this is also fine. You could have taken and done. You should have taken BC, students. BC 135. This should have been easy to calculate. What did you all take? All of you respond. BC. Anyone took AB? A, AB, you have written it as B. Okay, 5.5 next. B and C. No, you can't do all these changes, Tanishka. Okay, do it as it is. Why do you want to change? AB is given, right? Why is it that difficult? Where did you learn this to change the values and do? Hmm? Why did you change? Is it required to change value when they're directly given AB here and BC? Okay, that is wrong, student. See, I'll tell you, as an invigilator, they'll have answers with them. They'll have answers. So you can do it like this. If you take AB, BC would be here, 135 will be away this way. So if you want a circumcircle, you'll get a point here. This is how your circumcircle would look, like this. Or if you have taken BC, AB will be here, AB. Angle B 135 degrees. 135 degrees. Okay. A is here. So you'll have diagram like this. These are the two possible diagrams. If you change the values and do, you'll have B here and A here. You'll have C here. Your diagram might be fine. Your diagram might be fine, but the vertex is different. Fine. Vertex is different. So don't change the position, student. Do it as it is. I'll do the first one. I'll take BC. Okay. The reason I take BC is B comes on the left hand side. Okay. BC is equals to 4.5. Next, 135 degrees. For 135, it lies between 90 and 180 students. Look, 135 degrees. For reference, I told you all to take, just memorize this, 90. The difference between 90 and 135 is you have to subtract 135 minus 45. So if you add 135 plus 45, you get 180 degrees. So the two angles required for 135 is 90 and 180. I'll start the construction 90 and 180. If I draw it like this is 0 degree, student, 0. And for 180 degree, draw dotted line. Don't draw straight line, draw dotted line like this. This point is 180 degrees. Remember. So 90 will be here. 90, 180, you'll get 135 somewhere here. This is 135 degree construction. Remember, for 180 degree, draw dotted line, students. Draw dotted line. That shouldn't be the main line. Like this. And even practice hexagon question. In hexagon, they'll ask you circumcircle, encircle. Circumcircle, encircle question will be easy. Locus question will be tricky, like the one which I showed you. Next. Here one angle and here another angle. This is 90 degrees. One more thing, 90 degree is not our main line. It should be dotted line, students, dotted line. And this red one is also 180. Both the red ones are dotted lines. In exam, make sure you draw dotted line. Next, in between them is 135. Look at the placement, this one. And what's the value given? One silly mistake, just like that, you'll lose 3 marks if you go wrong in any one of these concepts. 5.5, AB is 5.5. (135 degrees done. Next, draw a circumcenter to the triangle ABC, measure and write the length. You need to draw a circumcenter, students. So for circumcenter, what do we take? Angle bisector or perpendicular bisector? All of you will respond. Angle or perpendicular bisector. So we got 135 somewhere here. ABC. This is the angle ABC. You take any two sides. There are only two sides. So take AB, one angle bisector here, perpendicular. Take BC, one more perpendicular bisector here. Join these two lines, students. So this is the point. From this center, you keep your compass and draw a circle like this. This is the image. That is what I'm going to do. Last part. Take more than half. For perpendicular bisector, it should be more than half. These are the values, students. Now join these two lines. From this point to this point, until they connect both, they should have connected. Then from this point to this, and that should touch the line. This will be the center. O is the center, students. Center. I'll take it as this point as O. At this point, use your compass. Look, this angle, so circumcenter. This angle, and this angle. Are they touching all 3 points? Can you see? Is it all three? So that's the answer, students. I mean, you have to draw a line. Okay, this is going outside the box, but this is the answer. You get a circumcircle. You get a big circumcircle like this. And write all the values. AB value, BC, write all the calculation part. 70 degrees, 5.6 centimeters, 6 centimeters. Done? All of you understood circumcircle? Shall I try to do the next one? Next question. We'll do the next one. Okay, last one, students. I'll do this. What about step deviation? You all remember step deviation question? Okay, step deviation, you all practice. This one I'll do it. Last one was I had given a step deviation question. For step deviation, what is required? Class interval or class mark, students? We need class marks. So what is the formula? Half into 110 minus 100. How much is 110 minus 100? 10 divided by 2 is 5. What lies? You can do this calculation. If not, those who are good with numbers, what lies between 110 and 100, 100 and 110, students? 105. Calculate 105, 115, 125, 135, 145, 150. And the values are 5, 10, 17, 8, 6, and 4. Assume step deviation. Even for step deviation, you have to assume a value. Take 125 as A. All of you tried this question, completed? In test, try this. Okay. This one was easy, student. One step deviation. So you can go through step deviation and one deviation question, direct, assume mean method, such things. Now this part. I want all of you to answer last question. Last question. To look it as complicated, but very simple question, students. Only 3 steps. What do we need to find here? A, B, C, D is what kind of quadrilateral? First, tell me that. First thing, A, B, C, D is a cyclic quadrilateral. Then we have to apply cyclic concept. What is cyclic concept? Opposites are 180. Yes, sum of opposite angles are 180. O is the center, students. Two angles are given. What do we need to find? AC. If you want to find A, ACD or ADC? If you need to find ACD, students, ACD, this part. Where is ACD? ACD is in which triangle? That I forgot to mention two things. Yeah, two lines are given. They're not mentioned here. If two lines are given, what kind of triangle is this? Isosceles triangle. AD is equal to which one? BC. If it is isosceles triangle, students, isosceles triangle, if I find the value of D, can I apply sum of interior and find this? Both will be equal. If I want to find the angle of D, according to cyclic quadrilateral, which angle I have to find? Angle B. This is the concept you have to understand. Because this entire cyclic quadrilateral is converted into how many parts, students? What are the two angles triangle we have? ACD is one and the other one is ABC. Out of these two triangles, in which one more values are given? ADC or ABC? In ABC, there are a lot of values. Center is also given. Center 114. Target. This is how you think. This is how you approach a question. Whichever triangle has more values, target that triangle. So let us target this ABC, students. We need to find the value of B. Which triangle I told you all? Can you respond? Triangle ACB. If I want to find B in triangle ACB, if I want to find B, students, what is AC? Isn't it an arc? So what's the concept here? Where is B formed? Center or circumference? Circumference. What's the formula? Center is twice the circumference. Which is center formula then? So can you see? Can I join this line like this? I have to join the line, right? So what's the angle in the center? COA is equal to what? Twice. What's the angle formed on the circumference? If I find CAO, is it possible to find CBA? Is this concept clear, students? All of you understood? Okay. Yeah, this is how we have to. This is how we have to think. Look here. OC is not given. If OC is not given, we can connect it. What is OC and OA? If this is center, according to circle, what is OC and OA? Radius. So in triangle AOC, one angle is 14 degrees. If that is 14, what about opposite? Because both are radius, opposite angles are equal. That's it. Which two angles are equal, students? Angle OAC is equal to angle OCA. Both are 14. How will you find OCA? Angle COA. Angle COA plus angle OAC plus angle OCA. How much? 180. Even this was 4 marks. It was a good question I wanted to add. I had given it in 3 marks question. You'll get it for 4 marks. So COA, angle COA is equals to 14 plus 14. We'll go that side, students. See, these two are 14, 14, 28 degrees. 180 minus 22. How much is 180 minus 22? 152, right? Not 152 degrees. Is this clear? All of you understood? 152 degrees, students. Right. You did it. Yes. How did you all do it? How did you do it? AOB is equals to 2. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Now, first AOB. So, what do you get? Okay, 70 then. Right. Okay, then. Oh, you can do it like that. Yes, you got angle A and angle B, right? If you, same sum of interior angles you will apply. Even that is also fine, students. Correct. That is also fine. So how many angles you found? Already center, you're going to find a circumference. Angle C. Okay, I'll show even that. Let me first complete this. COA is equals to 152. If COA is 152, what is CBA? What will be CBA? See, it's the same, students. Anyway, you have to do 2 or 3 calculations. What is CBA value? All of you respond. What is CBA? 1 divided by 2 is 76. And even if you have done the method, whatever you all told, you all got 76. If CBA is 76, see, I'm talking about this angle, students, 76 degrees. So I use the smaller triangle first. Those who are concentrating, just look here. I use the smaller triangle. I join the line. Okay. Next, I got CBA. If CBA and opposite angles are equal, angle D plus angle B is equals to 180 degree in a cyclic quadrilateral. Angle D ADC plus angle B, we got it as 76 degree. Angle D plus angle B is equals to 180 degrees. Angle, that's what, angle ADC is equals to 180 minus, we got it as 76, right? Was it 76? We got 104, got it as 104. So we have entered into angle ADC, students. From second triangle using cyclic quadrilateral, we have entered into the first triangle. In triangle ADC, two angles are equal. Angle DAC is equal to angle ACD. That is equals to x. So x plus angle D is 104 degree is equals to 180. 100 and what's the answer, students? Respond. What's the answer? 180 minus 104 is equals to 2x. Is the answer correct? Did you all get it right? Or different answer? 76 is equals to 2x. X is equals to? Did you all get 38? Good. Good. If you have got even in different way, 38 is the answer, students. Okay. Anyways, x is equals to 38. That is what they have asked. 38 degrees. So according to concept I explained, always start with the second triangle because more values are given. Then use cyclic quadrilateral, make it equal and complete it. So I have done everything even except this and graph part, students. We'll do it tomorrow morning. Okay, tomorrow morning I'll end the recording. I'll upload it. I'll end